Vikings sniffing around. Quentin Johnston bringing him in for a visit. All right, welcome back to Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Onebar, and the Vikings are sniffing around Quentin Johnston. They're like, you know what? We got to take a better look at this guy because we need a receiver, and Johnston is fantastic. Before we get to that, remember, subscribe to the channel, like the videos here every damn day talking Vikings. Let's get to 10,000 subs. Join us on draft day where we'll be doing a tailgate for a couple hours, drinking beer, bringing you guys on. So be sure to hit that up as well, doing some giveaways. So Vikings, top 30 visit, Quentin Johnston. They're coming. They're coming. And this is not the first wide receiver the Vikings have brought in to take a quicker or a deeper look at. So I think Vikings fans, even the ones that want nothing to do with wide receiver in the draft, especially early, got to buckle up because it very well could happen. Clearly, the Vikings are looking to upgrade at the receiver position. And who better than Quentin Johnston? I'm not going to lie. This isn't going to be an overly long video. I'm not going to break down Johnston. He is, in my mind, the best wide receiver in this draft class. A lot of the top draft gurus out there openly admitting that this isn't an overly strong wide receiver class. Not great, but there are some very good players, and Johnston is one. Smith-Njigba is the second one, who I think, if they're at 23, the Vikings should absolutely look at. But Johnston, look at his size. If you were to take a thing of Play-Doh and just mold this beautiful wide receiver, size and speed, it's Johnston. 100%, 6'3", 208, 449. He just had his pro day. Some had him at 446. A little bit of a range there. We'll just go with 449 because that still is damn fast. Clearly, he's got a beautiful combo of size and speed, which makes him, in my mind, that number one receiver. He makes shit happen after the catch. Big catch radius, smooth route runner. One of his knocks is he had a very limited route tree at TCU. Valid, but his routes did look good. Mismatch. The reason I love him with the Vikings is defenses are going to be all over Justin Jefferson. Quentin Johnston is going to have, he is going to have his way with whoever is on him. Not only with that size and speed, but the best corners clearly are going to be on Jefferson. Johnston could come in day one and have a huge impact and put up a handful of touchdowns as a rookie because that size and that speed. Get in the red zone, Johnston, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. So I love it. He doesn't have a ton of knocks. A lot of people saying his floor is a good wide receiver too, with obviously his ceiling. Sky's the limit with him. But I don't love Zay Flowers at 23. I don't love Jordan Addison at 23. Smith-Njigba I'm fine with. Quentin Johnston I'm absolutely fine with. This would be a pick if we made him at 23. I don't want to trade up for him. At 23, I'd be slamming beers out of my hands, out of Lupagus' ass. This is a pick that value-wise you can't argue. You cannot argue. And our depth chart behind Jefferson, I love Osborne. Jalen Naylor, who knows what he can bring. Let's be real. He was a late round pick. Yes, he showed flashes. If Jefferson went down, our wide receiver, we would have the worst group of wide receivers in the league. We would have KJ Osborne and Jalen Reagor as our wide receivers. So Johnston, whether you like it or not, would be wonderful. And wide receiver, I think, is a lot bigger need than some of us are thinking. Would I love a defensive lineman, a cornerback in round one? Absolutely. But this pick value, too damn good to pass on. Another thing to keep in mind on, if he's actually there at 23, there could be teams firing up picks, trying to trade back or try to trade with us before, like the Giants or somebody like that, get on the board to get their hands on Johnston too. So who knows? They're doing their due diligence. I love it. I love the thought of him opposite Jefferson. Also, final thought, Kirk Cousins, this is his last year with the Vikings. Barring a miracle, one and done. Why not set up a future rookie quarterback with more pieces on offense with Jefferson and Johnston? Hot damn, Lupagus could come in week one and maybe even throw a completion if he had these two guys. So think future-wise. Yes, we all want defense, but if this man is there, you take him, you don't think twice, and you slam beers. Let's go, baby. Let me know what you think about Quentin Johnston. How would you like him in purple? He already was wearing purple. How would you like him in a different shade of purple? Would you love it? Would you hate it? Would your TV be out in the yard? We'll be back hot and heavy draft all week.